You are now tuned in to Music, Men, and My Mental with your host, C. Devone, tackling all things career, relationship, and your overall health.
Trifecta.
Let's get to it. Let's start the show.
Okay, thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, C. Devone. You are now listening to Music, Men, and My Mental. And I am so excited today. Now, you know, we are talking about all things career, relationships, and your overall health. And today I have a special guest on the show. She goes by the name Miss Milan, darling. Now, I have DJ Miss Milan here from New York City. I'm going to have her introduce herself and go into all things. And she's my friend.
Yay, we're all friends.
What's up? Tell us about yourself.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Milan, a.k.a. your fairy vibe mother. I am basically just a vibe, you know, to sum it all up in one word, a vibe. That's what I am, a vibe.
Yes, and you know, we've been DJing in New York City, and you will always say "fairy vibe mother," and I was like, I just didn't get it. I was like, well, a vibe? Is it just because like you're chill? Is it because like you're providing? And you just be like, no, I just want to send good energy. And you were always, you know, you'll text me and you'll be like, I'm just sending you good energy, and I'm like, okay. And now I'm like, oh, this is what you mean. So today's topic is Bish don't kill my vibe.
Bish don't kill my vibe.
Right. Because I believe a vibe can change your life. And I just see it in your life now, how it's changing your life and vibrating higher and everything. So let's just dive right into it. So what are you working on career-wise? What's going on with you?
Currently, right now, I am working on basically just the next level of things. You know, starting out as a DJ 4 years ago, you know, chasing the dream. I'm seeing a lot of things that I've, you know, prayed for and manifested, you know, coming to fruition, which I'm very
you're being humble.
about.
This is so sweet. This is very nice
this
because
is
you're
me.
crushing it, okay? I mean, you're just, you know, DJing parties for Megan Thee Stallion. You're just, you know, on tour. You're going to Rolling Loud. I mean, just these little things, Coachella. I don't know. Maybe you want to go into some of those things.
Yeah, a few of those things I'm also doing, you know, too. But other than that, like, I'm just trying to elevate my game any way I can. Like, you know, hitting festivals like Rolling Loud so far, as well as, you know, going on tour with Sweetie, you know, doing things like that, and international
Icy Gang. I see that. Okay.
Icy Gang, yes, definitely. And definitely like just, you know, like I said, going overseas very soon, my first experience.
I was going to ask you. I wrote in my notes. I was like, okay, is this going to be her first like overseas?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
where are you going?
We have a few spots. I know first we're going to be hitting Germany, and then like New Zealand, and like, you know, countries that I can't really pronounce, like, you know, I don't know, but I'm going there.
Well, you're going there, and you just get the photos. You know, you were there, you out here. All right, okay. So let's just go into, I mean, you're doing so well in your career, but let's talk about the beginning when things weren't so good, because this is, I'm telling you guys, this girl is the definition of vibrating higher. And, you know, offline we spoke about this, and I just really found out about vibration, the vibrating higher. I thought it was just like some hotep, like just trying to be like earthy and spiritual. And I was like,
hug a tree.
Right. I just want to vibe higher. And I'm like, okay, sis, whatever. But now I really am learning the meaning of it. And I'd love to, you know, get your take on it. But it's truly like attaching a feeling to maybe something you want to execute, something you want to see for yourself. Right. And then besides like conjuring it and manifesting it, like truly believing you deserve it.
Yes.
And also just like, and being prepared for it. Because some people are like, oh, I want a man, but they are so selfish, don't know what's going on, just can't even, you know. So I saw you. I've seen you fast. I've seen you say, I'm detoxing. I'm not dating anyone. I've seen all of this. And I'm like, and now I'm here with you today. And I'm like, she got a man, she glowed up, she's touring, skin looking good, hair edges all laid. I remember when you said, girl, I'm trying to grow my edges back in. Yes, and I was like, look at them edges.
Yes, you know, because I had this little lace front. I was trying something new one time, and a lace front, like, it had me like with a bald spot one time. I was like, no, I ain't going to be bald out here.
But here's the thing.
But it grew back.
But what she's not saying is she like shaved it off.
Oh, yeah, I did.
And now she's over here looking like a whole Cantu Shea Moisture ad.
Thank you. Yes. Honestly, like you were saying, you know, the times and the period where it wasn't as, I would say, glowy and, you know, bed of roses and stuff like that, which is, you know, normal. I don't want to say that it's not normal. It's normal for any entrepreneur, anyone for that matter, that's chasing a dream out here to go through those, as I call them, the entrepreneur blues. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Lord.
You know, you go through it. You go through days where you broke, you hungry, you don't really got it, you know what I'm saying? But you're still trying to make this dream come true.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's times where I've wanted to give up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm going to go back to bartending. I'm going to do something else because I don't know if this is going to work out, just because of the obstacles at that point in time, you know, I was facing. And the whole thing of just even vibrating on a higher frequency came about was because I noticed that from being in a bad relationship, number one, and then really not operating in my personal higher self was attracting less than, you know, in my life. And after a while, you kind of see that you deserve more than what you're getting.
Absolutely.
And you want to not only work towards it, but make sure that you are doing everything that you can to continue to be deserving of that.
Absolutely.
Which is boasting yourself up, working on yourself. So I had to do a lot of self-work in the beginning stages. You know what I'm saying?
I have seen you do it. And I just remember, like, I was having a funk and you sent me a video and I was just like, I'm so sick of these relationships. And then you were like, just look at this sermon. Girl, my whole life was changed that week. It was like about dating yourself. And I just was like, look at this girl just sending the good vibes. I'm like, oh, she is my fairy vibe mother.
I am. No, because you know what it is. So I truly believe, like, you know, I also operate in my higher self as well to be a blessing to other people.
Absolutely.
So if there is something that I'm personally going through, and I don't know, for some reason, I just feel it. You know, that's when I'll send out a positive message, because it's just a feeling that I get in my gut and like in my spirit that this person probably needs it. Or if they don't need it, hopefully it will brighten up their day and it will make their day. Because I love doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you don't receive it as much, it's always good to be a light in other people's lives. And also, it comes back to you tenfold.
You hear that, guys? Be a light in someone else's life. We just giving the tips already so early. So, you know... But so when you started, let's see what that journey you know has looked like. Now I'm just seeing you on billboards outside of Madison Square Garden, and like just reading that you're about to DJ for like, I don't know, like with Snoop. I don't know. These are like little things. So what was that like when you were like, okay, I'm gonna touch these turntables, and what were you doing like before you started?
Before I started, I was, of course, in transition of finding myself. You know, I was going to school for nursing and, you know, wanted to do things.
You are literally like the fourth female DJ who was like, I was in nursing school.
Yeah, because you know what it is? It's security.
Right.
You know, it's big security.
Secure
so
and
at the end of the
stability.
day, and, you know, Caribbean, you know, parentals, you know, they always want you to do something that is along the lines of some type of security. Lawyer, doctor, nurse, you know, daycare provider.
Right.
But it gotta be, you know what I'm saying? It has to be something that's gonna be a check coming in and you're gonna be safe, you know. But because I am a natural born creator, we don't operate in safe. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that we do is not a safe thing. Like just to be a DJ, you know, and literally depend on just this as my bread and butter in my career is not safe, because it's not a, you know, it's not a guaranteed check every single week like you would.
Amen. Preach on it.
You know, if you were working at a job, and it's not to discredit anyone else that, you know, does the 9 to 5 or the 5 to 9 life. It's just that, you know, you got to get it how you can get it.
Absolutely.
And in the beginning stages, of course, you know, I was going to school, trying to find myself. And of course, me making my family and everyone else around me proud in a sense, because I was still searching for like that proud moment. Like, what can I do to make somebody proud? You know, where the question stopped from what can I do to make someone else proud to what can I do to start making myself proud? Because I started feeling, you know, I started feeling not like myself. Like I'm doing everything else for everyone else, and I'm not really putting that same effort and same work into me.
Sometimes people don't even get it, and they'll get it after the fact. You know, like if you have this parent that's like, you know, you shouldn't be doing that, you should get some stable. And then after, when they see you doing well and they see you on billboards and they see you having your own radio show and, you know, just DJing on Beats One and stuff like that, you know.
Crystal, come on, girl.
They see that and then they're like, oh, and then they see you have a check. it's a check attached to it.
It says my name because of what I'm doing. That is not a nurse. So,
but you said that in the beginning. It's like.
Yeah, and you don't see those, like the things that you're listing now. I'm telling you right now, it's a blessing in this moment of time, because in the beginning stages you don't even realize that you are working towards that, but because it's such a premature, setting and a premature dream, it doesn't seem like that at all. That's why I would say the spirit of giving up always pops into play, because it's like, you're not gonna be on that bill. You're not gonna get that gig you think you want to get. You might as well just go back to what you was doing before. And you can get
the little monkey. It's like the little things, the angels on your shoulder. And it's like,
and I just been like, pew, 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 pew,
right.
to it, because I'm tired of you trying to tell me what I can't do.
Tired of you, monkey.
I'm tired of you. But I was at a point in time, like I said, I was just tired of just creating this fake happiness that didn't exist, because the only true person that you can make happy is yourself, and it starts with yourself. So I decided to take the reins of my life and say, you know what? I'm doing this schooling thing and I'm doing this bartending thing. And, I had dropped out of the schooling and I just continued to bartend, just, make some money as I'm still trying to find my way. And then one day I just was like, I still love music, because, I had a little passion of singing and dancing, being the next Beyonce,
listen, myself
I think everyone
too.
Was, we wanted to be the next, now I'm going to be that fifth member of Destiny's Child. Like, I was on that way. So I wanted to do anything to be that superstar entertainer. But that dream still stuck with me as far as music and entertaining, but it just wasn't in the form of singing and dancing. It was now, let me try to do something else that is still, associated with music and creativity, but something I could call my own, and something that's also challenging. Yes. And one thing that I, of course, came about was DJing, because it was a whole new world. Even though I was exposed to it, in my lifetime, that I look back at certain situations and scenarios, it's just something that was still foreign to me. And I truly believe, if you want to grow, you got to do things that's uncomfortable too.
Ooh,
so
yes,
that was a challenge.
You have to be very uncomfortable. Yeah. But something that you do that I find so interesting is you'll just put out a random thought on Twitter or Instagram and be like, listen, I'm going to have my own show. What do you guys think? I'm conjuring it. And I'll be like, wait, what? And then literally like 6 months later, it'll be like, guys, tune in at 10 a.m. I'm like, what? I'm about to go on tour. Like, or like when I think you said something like to Sway, like, I'm going to be on your show. Like, I want to be on your show. And it's like, oh, yeah. Sure. Here's a booking. And then you're like, okay. All right, I'll be there tomorrow. Like, you literally put stuff out there. It could sound far-fetched. You just be like, yeah, I'm going to be on, Ellen next week. And I'm like,
listen,
yeah.
You have to, because you know what? I am a believer in truly being the change that you want to see. So if you want to be great, just be great. It's literally that simple. It's literally that simple. And I do believe in, speaking things into the universe, especially when I tweet certain things. It's not because I'm just saying it just to say it. It's because I'm holding myself accountable that when I go back to that tweet, I want to be able to say, yes, I remember saying this, and I'm able to sit here now, whatever time frame it is now, and say, hey, I did it, and that's just a part of my whole vibe, is just really manifesting dreams and turning them into realities, and just truly believing in, my power and inspiring others to believe in their powers, because the things that I dreamt and I'm dreaming of doing is literally the same thing anyone in this world that has a dream and a passion can do too.
Absolutely. I also do believe that your personality helps, because you will go and talk to anyone. You will go and be like, hi, I'm Miss Milan.
Which is weird, because I'm not like that. Like, outside of the DJing, like if I was a regular, I guess secretary or whatever. Not that, secretaries are regular. You guys are awesome.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, if that was just my life, I would be because I'm shy. Like, naturally, I'm a shy person.
I don't believe that. But I know a lot of people, we did South by Southwest, and people literally thought we were like, an act.
Right.
They were like, how can we book you guys? Because like, I know, because I don't go up to people sometimes too, because I do, it's the gift and the curse of being, giving yourself to people and being a big personality that you sometimes like just go into a show afterwards because you just exhausted yourself. So I can understand, but it's just so funny because like, I think I have a big personality, but you have
you have an amazing personality,
aura, and what was I going to say with this? We'll get back to it. But your personality basically is what I think helps. You do the work, but you just would be like, hi, I'm good. I'm like, I think that's a big part of what has gotten you so much too. Just going up to people, just telling them what you want, and also just being
put yourself out there.
A nice person. Sometimes it's nice just to be nice.
It's not even nice
free.
to be nice. It's just good to be a genuine person, period. Like, even if you want to be genuinely an asshole, just be genuine about it. You know what I mean? Like, don't try to front like you're not an asshole when you really are an asshole. Like, be transparent. And I feel like that's the key to life, is me honestly being transparent. Like, I'm not hiding anything from the public.
Right.
I'm literally living my everyday truth. You can see it on social media, because I know social media is a big smoking mirror for a lot of people.
Yes.
You see people that you're like, oh my God, they're doing this and they're there. And it's like, you don't know the real story behind anything. Just because it has the likes and it has the traction on the post, we don't really know the true feelings behind it. So that's why I'm like, no, I'm not going to be that type of person, because people are going to see good things, but I also want them to experience my downfalls, my, you know what I'm saying, my shortcomings, my failures that are lessons, because nothing is really a failure in life. But, the things that I had to go through in order to progress and get to the levels that I'm trying to reach, because it's important to show that side of things. And also, like you said, being a genuine person in this journey, it doesn't hurt to just help somebody else without wanting something in return.
Okay, and louder for the people in the back.
That's the kind of, that's the vibration that I operate in, and that, I'm a blessing to be a blessing to others,
Absolutely. Okay, so we're just going to dive right into these relationships, because I have seen, you just telling me about, just being single and just really taking time for yourself. And I just want to go into, now you're in a relationship now. Yeah. You look really happy.
Yeah.
And, and I just see just glowing and growing out here. Just looks really, really nice. So just tell me, how did that come about? Like, because I know you really took the time to make sure that the relationship was right for you,
Well, honestly, as every person in this world, especially us women, us amazing women that we are, we tend to go through a few frogs, in our lifetime, but it's needed, because we have to figure out what we like from what we don't like, what we're going to accept from what we're not going to accept, boundaries and standards, kind of develop when you're dealing with somebody that you not necessarily want to.
Right.
And, they're just there for the moment, just to teach you something. I truly believe that, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm. Like Ariana Grande.
Right. Thank you. Next. But, but once the lesson is learned, you move forward. And I believe in taking, the assessments of past situations and applying it to yourself to be a better person. And I just was in that moment super, super focused. Like, okay, I'm going to really put my energy into not only, my career, but into myself, so I can attract the things that I want, because, energy is just how it works. You put it out, it comes back in. That's as simple as it is. You know what I mean? So doing things like making sure that, first of all, you can't ask for anything if you yourself aren't prepared for it.
I'm sorry, one more time.
For the people in the back. Now, you cannot ask for anything if you are not prepared for it. And that's one of the things that you have to do.
Give me an example.
An example. Okay, perfect example. A marathon. You got to prepare for a marathon. You can't just get up and run for a marathon, because then your ass will pass out before you even hit a mile.
Toenails be off. Just
looking crazy. Catching all types of cramps and I can't breathe. You know what I'm saying? Which is just, if you were to prepare yourself for it, it'll be an easy, nice little run. You know what I'm saying? And you may not necessarily make number 1. You may not even make number 600. But at the end of the day, you still gonna make it, because you paced yourself and you prepared yourself for it. So me personally, like I said, I was just doing everything that I could possibly do to help myself operate on that higher being, because there was a point in time where I was, vibrating low. And like I said, energy works the same way. If you're vibrating low, you're going to attract low energy to your life. Low people, low jobs, low situations, low everything. So once you see that, you got to make the assessment like, hold up, wait a minute now.
Right.
This is not for me, because I know what I like and what I want, and I don't want you.
And then other people will start thinking that about you. I have friends like, oh, that's because you just like, so I'm like,
So now you diagnosing me now.
Like bums on the street. Right. I just dated one and now I'm attracted to all these bums.
It happens. It happens, you know? So you have to really literally do what you have to do for yourself. And that's what I had to do. I had to do what I had to do for myself, you know, whether it's getting my spirit right, which it starts with that, in my opinion, you know, connecting with, you know, my higher being and truly believing and having faith and praying and, you know, following the good word, you know, as hard as it is, you know, because I'm still human. But, you know what I'm saying, doing things like that. Also just being kinder to myself, you know. I'm a very, I would say, tough person. When they say worst critic, like I mean it. Like I'm my worst critic. So being nicer to myself is also important.
Sometimes, you know? Being your worst critic, I think, is a defense mechanism, because then you already know what's wrong with you. So if someone's like, oh, you know, you got a big forehead, which I do. I'm like, I already know that, you know, but if you didn't know you had a big, you out here like, I got the best
more space for the landing, baby.
Right, exactly. Right. But then if you find something, they're like, oh yeah, you know, your face is not, you know, symmetrical. You're like, wait, I think, so you have to be your worst critic so you can be able to handle anything that gets thrown against you, you know?
Tough skin. That's what it is. But definitely, you know, just little things like that I personally and assessment, accountability, key in life. Because if you don't have any type of assessment or accountability for the actions and the energy that you put out, then you're not going to be able to be a better person, because you got to be able to say, hey, you know what? I did catch an attitude for no reason. That was my bet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can next time I'll know what to do better, which in this current relationship has helped me a lot, because, you know, I ask for a certain type of man, you know, and be specific too.
Ooh,
you know, you can't ask for things and just be like, hey, I just want a house. You're just gonna get a house.
I used to have a joke and say, I just want him to have teeth. I used to literally just be like, I just want him to have teeth, because like these guys are just being hard. Just have some teeth.
Just have some teeth,
you know?
Right?
And you got a job.
A job with some
teeth, you know.
Right.
But you know, you do have to be so specific.
So specific, down to the T. Yeah, do the work.
And then it just kind of just like, just the doors just opened and specific. Putting, you know, one of my guests on the show, she said about writing an email to her guy, and then
that's dope. Yeah,
he came.
That's shit. Writing down is the biggest manifestation you can do. Right. It's not real until you write it down, in my opinion. And that's what I did for my career, to the relationship that I want, to the friendships that I want, to every single thing in my life. I literally wrote it down to a T. Like, okay, I'm going to be touring with an artist and I'm going to be going overseas to be doing X, Y, and Z. And then literally to the point where I was like, you know what? I want to be coming off of a flight, having a DJ at this gig, and then have to get back on a flight because I got to go to the next place today. And literally I'm seeing that's how my life, as you can see, I'm a little tired right now.
You look gorgeous.
You know, that's how
Miss Milan.
It's just writing it down and doing the work. Like, don't think you can just write and pray and be like, okay, God, you got it. No, because you got to work.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You have to work. So definitely things like that is what helped. And like I said, the attraction happened because I was operating on my higher self. He himself was operating in his higher self because he was also, you know, along the same path as me.
Okay.
And that's why I truly believe the connection even happened, you know?
Is he an artist as well?
He's in the business, but he's not an artist. Yeah.
So I have been back and forth with this because I had a corporate job for a really long time, but I was also DJing. So I just used to date, creatives and like super strict lawyer, finance guys. And then, one would feel the need of the other. One would feel the need here. They would handle both parts of my brain. But I actually believe the more as I'm just an artist or just focusing on the creative side, you really need someone who can handle that. And more important, I don't know if you're like this, but for me, you need someone to be a part of the team.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you can't just have a guy that's like, oh, I'll meet you after your gig. And then you have to be like, oh, no, you need to be at the gig.
Listen, and that, for me, I feel like is my deal breaker. If you're not in support of what I am doing, we cannot be together.
I definitely seen your boyfriend like on the floor with them angles. I was like, you know what? You win. Honestly, that's actually like a deal breaker for me. Like if you can't drop low and get that angle on that photo for me, I'm probably not the right one.
I'm probably because you probably don't care about
you don't care.
You don't to a certain degree, and things like that. Like as quote unquote trivial as it sounds, it's important. That's my love language.
It's a bigger deal because honestly, you know, we have social media. We need to create this content. You need to be an influencer, all that stuff. And that photo having a nice quality, you know, being captivating is what's going to have someone say, yo, Miss Milan, she's so cool. She's doing all this work. She has a good personality. She's so pretty. Okay. And she does good work. That little photo could just pop up in someone's explore page and be like, okay, I've heard about her already.
Right.
Let me book her. So they're not looking at it like, you know, it's not just getting a photo for the gram and being an IG model or whatever. Nothing disrespect to that.
Of course,
but like, it's important. You know?
No, it is. And it shows more care than anything. Like they're into your career and they're into what you like just as much as they're into their own thing. You know what I mean? And that's shit. It's nothing else that you can honestly ask for than a guy, especially in this time, that's not intimidated by your success, that is supportive in the things that you're doing and is comfortable within their own skin, so they can see, because you know, I'm a vibe. So when I'm on set, you know, depending on the type of setting, my outfit could be a little sexy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, baby, you look good. I'm like, yeah.
Right.
You know
not like, why
like,
you got your poom poom out?
Right, like, why you got your cheeks out? It's like, those my cheeks, though.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
So
it
things like that of support is amazing. If the man or the woman doesn't support you, ditch them. That's my thing. Like, sorry, I don't got time. Because you know what? You'll spend so much time trying to seek their approval in a way.
Or persuade them.
Yes. And you shouldn't have to persuade anybody to believe in the shit that you believe in.
I just need this photo because it's important for
or
me.
Even not even a photo. Or I just want you to be around.
Hold my equipment.
Can you just come? Can you just pull up?
Listen, we've all had these gigs that were like trying, and you just need someone just to bring you some water, a piece of chicken, or a veggie burger, or
just
green
be
juice.
There. Just your presence alone will make me feel better, because that's how I feel just about my friends. Like, if, you know, my best friend Chanel isn't there, or, you know, Mo, or like, you know, now my boyfriend is kind of like, I feel a little empty in the sense, because like, oh, I don't have my energy, you know what I'm saying? So things like that really matters, definitely.
Absolutely. So this, you know, we could just kind of go into the mental part. I mean, you've said so much about just vibrating higher, and also I feel like you have some regimens and some things that you do to like prepare yourself for your mental, like, how is your mental health, your overall health? I mean, you look good. You look like you're drinking water, minding your business.
I'm trying, you know, a little water and lemon does do the body good, you know, like, but
yeah, what are you doing to make sure that you're healthy, that you're keeping this balance? I mean, right now, you know, your career is flourishing, you know, your relationship is doing well, like, your mental, your overall health, how are you balancing that one out? What are you doing?
Well, I would, you know, to be very transparent as always, every day is it's a different day, you know, and it comes with its own set of problems. So I don't want people to be, you know, listening and think, oh, everything is perfect in her world, because it's surely
zen.
not.
You just got zen.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just had to get in his ass just yesterday. But we back. No, I'm joking.
But we're back.
But you know what I mean? Like, life has its ups and downs, and it's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And the reasons, honestly, just be for the seasons, for real. So with that being said, knowing that already, that, okay, today is yet another day that I'm blessed and granted to have, but I know at the end of the day, it's probably going to be some little obstacles that I'm going to have to get over in order for me to learn the lesson that I need to learn today, to apply it to, you know, my life, my career, my well-being, and, you know, fortunate enough to see tomorrow, we make it to tomorrow. So things that I personally do, especially in these times, what we're exposed to on social media and on the internet and the fake news and everything, is literally like, is where our minds are so polluted with so much, you can get lost in the sauce. You can feel, you know, lack of confidence watching someone else's IG story or watching, you know, their feed, because you feel like you're not doing enough. And those are things that me personally, I go through, you know, even to just yesterday, it's like, you know, even though you have all of these blessings, you know, life can still kind of make you feel a little less sometimes. And it's important that you identify that, you know, embrace it, which is something that I started to do, because I was so much of a person that was afraid of emotions, because I always felt like showing emotions was a sign of weakness. So crying was a sign of weakness.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean?
You just
Things like,
I'm not going to cry for no one. I'm not going to. Okay.
Like even expressing my emotions became a task because I was just so afraid of how someone else is going to take my emotions, or you know what I'm saying? Things like that. And that all plays in your mental game and how you operate in this world. So just seeing things like that and realizing, you know, that I need to do the work to prevent me from, in a way, taking things personal in this world. Because like I said, we are exposed to a lot of things, and things like not taking what someone else's opinion may say about you can help a lot.
Absolutely.
And like you said earlier, tough skin does help a lot. Sometimes you have no choice but to have tough skin, but not taking things personal is one key that I've been learning to, you know, help with my... In fairness, with tough skin,
it's like that means that you're putting yourself out there,
right? You have to,
because in the beginning, everyone thinks you're great. You're DJing. Oh my God, that's so cool.
And that's the thing. You
and
have
someone's
to be
like,
transparent.
she sucks. You're like, oh, that means I was exposed to other people who don't know me, who are not going to support me. And that's real, you know?
So things like that. Also, meditation is a great key. You know, centering yourself and not just on something like, oh, I'm a yogi, because I'm not even.
How often do you meditate?
I meditate at least every day, and it's throughout the day. It's not just like in my opinion, it's not like the traditional, just the hum, you know, for like 30 minutes.
I actually don't like the hum and the namaste. Every time I just got into yoga. And at the end, I'm like, thank you, God. And they're like, namaste. I'd be like, thank you, Jesus. I'd be like, this is girl, just me. I'd be having a whole sermon. I'm like, hold on to that namaste. God is in control.
But you know, things like that really helps. You know, whatever you connect to, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Things like that is what really connects and keeps me grounded, because meditation is you having to be in that moment. You can't worry about the past. You can't worry about the future. You have to worry about that very moment and what's happening in those moments. And also a book that I'm reading called Untethered Soul is so far it's been really helping me emotionally, because I am
what is this book about?
It's basically just dealing with your emotions and the way how we as people, we tend to deal with our emotions and the emotional blockage that we kind of cause in ourselves because of past traumas and things like that play in our lives. Even though they've happened way in the past, it can still be a triggering thing for us to, you know, when we go through certain things, it can be triggering to bring it back up. Because, you know, in our life, we have like, you know, flash memory. So it's taking pictures of things that we have went through, and those things can be more traumatic than some, and those certain things in your life could trigger that to bring that back up. And because it's been brought back up is a sign that you haven't let it go, which is a sign that you're not allowing that moment in your life that has happened to flow freely. So you'll find yourself probably just, I guess an example they said was driving in a car and you see the same car and the same color of a car that you caught your ex-boyfriend cheating on you with. So now every time you see that car, it's a triggering moment for you because of that moment that you didn't just let go. And if you think about all the moments in our lives that have been triggering or haven't been the most pleasant moments, there are a lot of them that we kind of hold still in ourselves. And we kind of haven't really progressed or really grown to the higher vibrations and the higher beings that we are supposed to be, because we're still letting this thing bring us down and kind of block us, you know? And the book is just basically saying, like, in order to achieve complete happiness, you have to allow the moments, whether they are good or bad, just to pass through, because they are just those moments. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're driving in a car, you see a tree passing. That's a moment. That's a moment. That's a moment. You're not holding on to that moment as much. You know what I'm saying? You're literally letting it go. So that's the stage and the process that I'm also in. It's just letting things go and really being free. Free yourself. You know, free your mind, free your body, free your soul. And everything happens literally like a domino effect. It happens right after another.
You know, I'm learning that because I would be like, I'm just going to hold on to this. And then you realize you start talking about the same things. You know, we all have those friends. It could be us talking about the same things over
That's
and
me,
over
girl.
and over
I'm that friend. I'd be like, listen. You'd be like, girl, didn't you?
We're just still talking about the same thing, the same gig, the same invoice, the same guy. Like you gotta,
the same situation.
You gotta let it go. And I think the one time when I was like, I let go of something that it looked good, but I knew that the future of it wasn't going to be great, or at least the way I wanted it to go.
Right.
I let it go. I was like, you know what? I'm out. I'm not going to stay in this situation. And I was like, and I wrote it and I said, because I know that in the end, it's going to hurt me more than just letting it go in the beginning. I swear, like, opened up so many doors to just other things. I was like, oh, okay. Even if it's just temporary, I was like, wow, that can actually happen. And I truly believe that it was because I was like, I'm making a decision to let it go.
Right.
Bye. I'm out of here. So, I would say the positive takeaways of that is, let it go. Read the books.
Yes. You have to. It's just really doing the work to making sure that you want to be healed in all ways of life. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
I do this little, we check in on the balance of things, the career, your relationships, and your overall health, mental health. So, like last time we had like the Kanye face. I'm gonna do the DJ Khaled face. So we got 3 DJ Khaled faces. We're gonna go into your career. We got the, I say, the sad, not so good, the middle ground, and the really happy. Go in your career. How do you feel about what's your DJ Khaled emoji?
DJ Khaled emoji for my DJ career is you played yourself. You played yourself because you should have put me on these bills, and now the stock has gone up, and now you can't even afford to. No, I'm joking. But,
listen.
Nah, but
it happens sometimes.
It would have to be
okay.
It would have to be you played yourself, and not in a. I would say like more so representing as the middle ground for that, because it's like, I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I'm grateful for the journey that I'm still progressing towards that. Okay. You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm ungrateful for anything, because I'm grateful for every single thing that happens. But I just know this is not the maximum over my life. So I have to expect exceedingly and abundantly more.
Okay, with the Bible
life.
Quotes,
you know what I'm saying? So me having that in the back of my mind, like, okay, this is good. This feels great. This is amazing. And as my best friend Chanel says, like, meditate on that. Because I'll be like, it was fun. And then next day I'm like, oh my God, I'm such a bum. I'm not doing enough. I suck. And she's like, listen, girl, you have to stop doing that and really appreciate the moments for what they are, and not even think about the future or think about the past or whatever. Just literally appreciate that moment, So even just that, appreciating the moments, but at the same time knowing that I can do better and be better is what's going to keep me pushing forward.
Wow, so that's actually been like the mantra of this week. I've been hearing that a lot. So maybe that was for me.
Maybe it comes in different forms, girl. Like,
so let's go into the relationships. And when I say relationships, that is also like your relationships with your friends, your boyfriend, girlfriend, sister, mother, dog, cat, whatever. Like, how are you feeling? What is your DJ Khaled emoji for that?
It's going to have to be the we the best. Because, relationships are going to have their ups and downs. That's what they're there for. They're literally little lessons from each and every person that you are in a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? So I learned a lesson from my friends, from my boyfriend, from my family. Whether it's a lesson that I want to learn or not, I'm going to learn it. You know what I'm saying? But it's all to make me a better person. So I can't even say it's, sad or it's even in the middle. Everything is going to work for the greater good. So we're the best right now.
Yes. And then you got your mental health, your overall health.
Yes.
How you feeling, how you living, how you glowing.
As my mental health, I would have to say, we the best again.
Hey.
Sometimes it's you played yourself. But
sometimes you ate a donut.
Sometimes
you had to curse somebody out.
But that's on you, not on me more times than any other.
You walked into the fist.
You did. It's not my fault. You brought it out of me. No, but I would have to say we the best on that, just because at this point in time, I'm just really happy with the fact that I decided to just say, you're going to do this. And the things that I've been saying that I'm going to do, to see them literally be done is making me super proud. Like I said,
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm going to hug the microphone.
Because I'm my worst critic, as I said before. So just to like have this moment of glory in the sense of like, okay, you are doing it, girl. It's no more I'm trying. So when people be like, yo, you're doing good. I used to be like, oh, I'm trying.
Let's stop saying that. I'm trying. You know, because I would say that too. Like, I'm trying. I'm trying to make I'll go like a slave. I'll be trying. I'm like, girl,
no, master, let me get a little bit of this thing. I've been trying.
Got invoice paid. Like, come on, girl, you're right. I'm doing it. Like,
but we are doing it, and we're doing it big because we are inspiring. We are the generation that is going to influence the next generation.
Absolutely.
And you know, we're the staple. We doing it, man. We doing it.
Good. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on this show.
Yes, I appreciate
Where can we find you? What's next? Give us all of that.
Yes, you can follow me on all my social media. That's DJ Miss Milan. That's DJ MISSMILAN. Also, my website, djmissmilan.com. Updating, gonna have everything on it. Not to mention my YouTube channel. Finally gonna utilize that and drop some vlogs so you guys could, you know, follow me on my journey. Because I said before, I don't want everyone to just see me as just being like, oh, she's just getting all this lit, dope stuff. Like, no, I want you to see me.
You're also hilarious.
Crying.
And like, she can dance.
I'm
like,
a clown.
We were having some dance battles at South by Southwest until I realized that I'm going to bow out because I had whiplash messing around with you trying to get you on all these Jamaicans.
You was getting it though. You definitely was getting it. We got to do that again. We got to,
super fun.
Tell them to hit us up again. You know,
and also you have radio show.
Yes, my very own radio show, the Miss Milan Show, each and every Monday and Wednesday on Station Head, an app that you can download directly to your phone. It's available in my bio. So if you guys are interested to listen to my morning show and the mess and all the goodness that we do over there, you can definitely download it and tune in. It's live, baby. It's live.
Oh, wow. So it's live and goes straight to the app.
Live.
Can you listen to it afterwards or no?
We're going to start putting out those after episodes for those that, you know, couldn't really catch it while it was live so they could be able to, like, you know, vibe out throughout the week with it.
Got you. Well, thanks for tuning in to Music Men My Mental. Thank you, Miss Milan, for coming on the show. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on all social media at Music Men My Mental. Also, you can email us with any questions, concerns. You got a topic, you want to talk about it. Let's do it. I am C. Devone once again, and thank you for tuning in.